would fade. The clock struck 8. We'd gather round, no time to wait. The world outside could fall apart, but here we were, all Friday hard. Voices we knew, their stories played. A family ritual, the couch we'd stay. The laughter rose, the timing true. Each Friday night, they pulled us through. We used to watch our favorite TV show. Friday nights where the laughter would flow. The sitcoms brought us joy and light. Every week our escape from the fight. Step by step, we'd find our place. A family's bond, a friend's embrace. Strangers found, lessons learned, scenes replayed, memories burned. No skipping ahead, no pause to hold. The stories played as the night turned cold. Each line delivered, every laugh intact. Friday nights always brought us back. We used to watch our favorite TV show. Friday nights where the laughter would flow. The sitcoms brought us joy and light. Every week our escape from the fight. No second chances, no instant replay. You had to be there, you had to stay. The living room buzzed with the screen alive. Together we thrived, a family's hive. We used to watch our favorite TV show. Friday nights where the laughter would flow. The sitcoms brought us joy and light. Every week our escape from the fight. Now the nights are different, the rhythms changed, but those sitcoms still keep us endangered. A Friday night screen, a timeless chain, a simple joy that will remain. Now the nights are different, the rhythms changed, but those sitcoms still keep us engaged. A Friday night screen, a timeless chain, a simple joy that will remain.
Teenage dream on a summer scene. Movie in my hand, gotta keep it clean. Got a VHS in a plastic case. Need to race to the place, beat the time and space.
Sun is sinking low, got to make a dash. Store's about to close, better save my cash. Pedal to the metal on my rusty bike. Feeling like a hero, ready for the strike. Late fees, no please, not today. Gonna get this tape back, come what may. Window shopping stops, got to stay on track. Video rental store ain't holding me back. Late fees, no please, not today. Gonna get this tape back, come what may. Window shopping stops, got to stay on track. Video rental store ain't holding me back. Sweat on my brow, no time to slow down. Past the corner shop, past the town, downtown. Heart pounding fast as I'm nearing the door. Will they lock me out? Just 1 second more. Shelves of plastic dreams lining up the wall. Rewind, reminder echoing the hall. Smiling, clerk waves as I make the handoff. Some summer nights say VHS standoff. Late fees, no please, not today. Gonna get this tape back, come what may. Window shopping stops, got to stay on track. Video rental store ain't holding me back.
Host of retro nostalgic awesomeness, Dave C. What's happening, my friends? Happy Wednesday evening. It's 10/20/24. I think I need to change the date on my live stream. Oh, it is. I have the right date. Never mind. How you guys doing? What's going on, guys? Yes, please hit that like button. What is going on? Stacy L, James Morrison, Daryl. That's right. 444, Government Cheese Block. How you doing, guys? Clearless Fox, what's going on? Jan Rodriguez, how you doing? Good evening. DJ Mexicano de Tejas. Hola, amigos. What's going on? Fast Lap 48. Matt the Arnett. Miami Heat. Miami Heat. Miami. What did I say? Miami. Miami Heat. Miami. Miami. Cyberrat 629. What's going on? That vamp. Matt Bahari. Charlene Hernandez. What are you doing? What you doing? Not available. What is up? Our gang, the little rascals. Kirsten, what's going on? How you doing? Good to see you in here. Googie Architecture. Let's go. Yeah. Simon G, good evening, man. Quill Stevens, what's going on? So I got like a lot of stuff lined up. I got like some catalogs from the 70s. Actually, it's my birth year, 1976. And then I got, what else we got? Let's go through it. We got another IKEA, 1995. This one's from 1984. We got a Sears Wish book from Canada. We have one from Canada, man. We got a Sears Wish book from Canada again. Here's a Spiegel Christmas catalog, holiday catalog from 1976. I found this. This is weird. This is what's up, Pika? How you doing? Jick Jack Jake, what's up? By the way, cheers, guys. Here's my glass of late night sipping wine. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Internet World, 1995. That was $4.95 in the year 1995. Today, that's about $9 to $10 for a magazine. Is that what they go for nowadays? I don't know. Haven't been keeping up. I think magazines are dirt cheap. Like, you can get I was going to say prescription. You can get a subscription. Cheers with my tumbler of ice water. There you go. You can get a subscription for like $1. Some of them you just get outright free. The printing business is pretty much out the door. Nickelodeon. I don't think I've ever gone through a Nickelodeon magazine. Maybe once. And then we have this CCS magazine. Never seen a catalog. Stacy, dude, thank you so much, Stacy. $3 and a 33 cents from beautiful Stacy L. Hi, comply. Cheers. Happy Wednesday. Right, we're past the hump mark of November. We're 8 days away from Turkey Day. 8 days away from Turkey Day. Cheers, guys. What should we start with? Let's do some of these smaller ones first. Let's just peruse through a few of these. Let's see. Nintendo Power was the only one I had growing up. Dude, I found so many video game magazines and catalogs. KDG, what's going on? How you doing? Cyber Rat, what's going on? Dave's Archives, number one fan. My number one. Let's see what we got going on here. Nothing gets out of the black hole. Spry Internet. I wonder... if I can call these guys. Let's see if we can get some 1995 dial-up internet going on. Let's see. 800-557-9614. Is it a late night love me long time number?
Hello, and please listen carefully as our menu options may have changed. Calls are recorded for quality assurance. We're very excited to tell you about a special promotion for select callers. This will only take a moment. By answering just a few questions, we will find out if this offer is right for you. If you're interested in saving money on car insurance and want to hear about the best rates...
Car insurance. We're really hoping to get some dial-up action up in here. Oh well. That'd be hilarious if that number was still working. My favorite number is 33. How you doing? Good to see you. Love the name, by the way. I'm biased. I have to love that name. Why pay up the wazoo for your internet service? How much is this internet service, anyways? NetCruiser dial-up internet, $19.95 for 20 hours of internet service. That's only $1 per hour. 30 hours, $19.95 a month. 40 hours, $19.95 a month. Why do I even have pricing options? Do I call in and say, you know what, 40 is just too much. I don't want to waste other people's internet opportunities. I'll just go with the minimum 20 hours, please. Yeah. America Online was $62. Holy crapola. $132. I don't remember them charging by the minute. I mean, by the time. Y'all remember that? I don't know. I never paid for mine. It was my parents, or it was free net zero dial-up. Insane. What's going on, brother? What's up, brother? Sometimes insurance agents will talk dirty to me. That's my favorite kind of insurance. Miami Heat, what's going on? What's on the hat? This is a old school IBM logo. IBM. Dave's Archives #1 fan-a-rooney, boy. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. $5 tip-a-rooney, yeah, baby. Oh, thanks, man. Very kind of you. Hi, compie. Cheers. Yeah, dude. Net Zero was awesome. I mean, come on. It was free, reliable, fast enough. Look, if you can load at least one image in less than 10 seconds, and that's all I needed at the time. Maybe a really short video, 10-second video, that's all I need. Loop it. Look at these wingdings. I love this kind of artwork from the 90s. This is kind of like in the style of wingding art. I don't know if you all remember that. Wingdings. Or they call it 90s coffee cafe style artwork. 90s cafe or 90s coffee shop design, interior design, and art was very much like that. It was just a bunch of fancy clip art. And the interior design was kind of like the coffee shop in Friends. Anatomy of the World Wide Wevolution. Look at this, Wevolution, the evolution of revolutionary World Wide Web. Look, this kind of art is what I'm talking about. It's pretty cool, actually. I think it's pretty cool. Beige, yeah, Katie, totally. That's a lot of beige in the beige computer era, yeah. What else we got going on up in here? I feel like these pages are loading like a dial-up connection. Introducing Netra. Never heard of it. This has got to be one of the most boring magazines in the world, but there's a lot of pictures and it's in color. Y'all remember those the WWE and WWF magazines and the self-defense magazines? I remember there were always like the lowest budget publications out there. Everything, all the pages were like black and white except for the color, the cover, the back page, and maybe like 2 or 3 pages on their like cover piece article, you know? And that's everything else is like crappy ass disposable camera photos. There's a new AOL chat that actually works. All right. Loading. Is that Bob Lazar? No, that's somebody else. Anyways, all right, that's not that exciting. This magazine is not very exciting. What was I thinking? I kind of knew what I was getting myself into, but I got to call this number. 5 minutes to freedom, instant internet access. Please free me. 800 PSI 08. Whoops. 0852 774. Okay. Let's see if we can grab us some free internet or some freedom internet.
Welcome to America's hottest talk line. Guys, hot ladies are waiting to talk to you. Press 1 now. Ladies, to talk to interesting and exciting guys.
Never surprises me. Never, ever, ever, ever. I love this art style, man. I love this stuff. This thing down here, like, where is this piece of art? It's probably in some old dude's file cabinet. No one cares anymore. But you know what? I care. I care, damn it. Oh, look at this art. Oh, this is so cool. Yeah, I like this stuff. Very nice. Yeah, early Photoshop. Yeah. Clip art style. Yep. All right. Enough of this, but this is a great reference tool if any of y'all want to make 90s style clip art. Elevated. Elevated. I hate that term. Our food is an elevated fusion of culture. All right, so here's I hate fusion. I hate elevated. I hate elevators. All right, so not really. That's the link to this magazine. This is the Internet magazine. That's the Internet. That's what it's called. It's called Internet. What magazines do you read now, dude? Internet World. All right, let's check out Nickelodeon. Little Nick. Gak Attack Technicolor Quiz. Again, this is from 1995, June, July. Daniel R., how you doing? You're welcome. Jose Ernesto, what's going on? Someone's got to do... I know there's like an archive of websites that have been cached, and you can peruse some of their pages, not all of them. Like there's broken images and the framing is off on some pages, but you can kind of go through some back history of websites from the 90s and 2000s. But it would be so badass if someone was able to recreate a nostalgia mini internet where all the websites you go to, all the defunct ones, every website, every web address goes to whatever year you want it to look like. Like, I want to go 1997 internet, and then it's a snapshot of all the internet from that year. Everything works. That'd be so badass. I'd be spending like night and day on the internet. I mean, I already am, but that was a horrible argument to make. Okay, green slime cupcakes. Slime it your way. So it's green slime cupcakes. That's interesting. Ooh, it's a recipe. Make your own green slime cupcakes. That's actually kind of cool. Let's see what is in this delicious meal. The cupcakes. Devil Foods cake mix. Paper cupcake tin liners. Not very exciting. I want to get excited. Green food coloring. Okay, it's just basically a frosted cupcake with food coloring. Alright. What else we got? As my stomach turns, as the world turns. Dude, I saw this video that was posted recently about this lady who fell to her death in, I think it was Knott's Berry Farm. Yeah, she was, you could see her cart shoot upwards on this ride. And as it shoots upward really quick, it's supposed to like pull over and then drop real quick. Well, it didn't stick to the rails. It just kept going up. And then it just, the thing was airborne. And she fell all the way down, like, looked like, I don't know, 15, 20 stories. Insane. Anyways, happy Thanksgiving. Oh, man. Yeah. Is this it? No, it's not it. Hot Christmas Eve sex movie. Music. Jeez, why are the pages so big suddenly? I never really read Nintendo magazine. Look at this, REM. Interesting. Ooh, let's check out this calendar. This is the Nickelodeon July calendar. Sunday bowling, Monday posing, Thursday women's golf. That's Tuesday. Wednesday fishing, Thursday men's golf, Friday baseball. July 1st is National Baked Bean Month. Begins. Put on your nose plugs. Pewee. Hallway Point of 1995. Tom Cruise was born on July 3rd, 1962. I gotta say, one of my favorite movies that no one really ever talks about that Tom Cruise was in is Interview with the Vampire. Great movie. Love that movie. America the Beautiful, published in 1895. Sylvester Stallone, 1946. Same age as my dad. What else we got? Hot Dog Night in Luverne, Minnesota. Why would they know that? Huh. NASA's established in 1958. Alright. What else we got going on? Whoops. Wrong button. Tanner, what's going on, man? Widow, Black Phoenix, T800. What's up, guys? That one chick? What's going on? Love that movie. Yeah, so good. I mean, it's a super romanticized version of vampirism, or stories, I guess you could say. I'm Batman. Ooh, Blockbuster ad. Blockbuster video. One-page ad. That time again, time for players all over the world to square off in a do or die. Interesting. Blockbuster Video Game Championship returns June 14th. Oh, dude. Insane. Remind me this Friday. I need to play that. He's talking about a new Skycorp video. Skycorp? Love Skycorp. A new video about 1999 Karens. It goes dark. They're always dark, dude. I mean, they're naughty. I'm surprised half their stuff doesn't get taken down. Jobber Jam, what's going on, man? This is a Nickelodeon magazine. I love these prizes. Let me go. You can earn prizes or cash. It's for real. Join the Olympia Sales Club. This is kind of like one of those, I'm the prince of some part of Africa. I'm the prince. Send me a few dollars to get me out of jail, and when I get out, I'll send you $2 billion. But yeah, you always have to buy something to participate in these things. Kind of cool. Laser light? Nickelodeon laser light? That would have been pretty badass to have. This is a Nickelodeon branded toy. Nickelodeon laser light. That's pretty cool. That is it for the Nickelodeon magazine. If you want to read it yourselves, download yourself a copy. Here's a link. This is kind of cool. I wasn't much of a skater as a kid, but my brother was big time. So I always thought it was a really cool thing to be a spectator of. This is 1995 as well, this catalog. And so the shapes of the boards changed so much from the 80s. Because the 80s, you had all these crazy designs, crazy materials inside the board. And, I mean, they were a lot bigger than this style of board, these decks. In the 90s, they simplified it. Because I remember Powell Peralta and Tony Hawk boards. They, like, were really different. But the cool thing about this catalog is the clothing. Look at these pants, man. This is so cool. Acme triple stitch pants. You can just tell how ultra baggy these pants are. And you always have to have the biker wallet. Like, if you were a skater or anyone in this circle of people, because they all kind of hung around, right? Like the punk, goth, you know, rebel without a cause type of crowd. These are super baggy. But you have to have the chain wallet. And if you didn't see the chain wallet, then you weren't doing it right. Element denim jeans. I like this is the cool thing about this catalog, is that whatever kid was looking through it, they pretty much want half of the entire catalog. Like, they circled everything they wanted. And these are some badass shoes. I mean, I mean, you could wear all these shoes today. It'd still be cool, but dude, this kid wanted everything. Dad, for my birthday, just here's my catalog. Just, you know, whatever you think's best. And that's it. Y'all want to check out the CCS Skater Enthusiast catalog? Here's a link to it. 1995. 1995, brother. All right, let's see. We'll get through with an IKEA, and then we'll end it off with one of these Canadian ones, or maybe a Spiegel, maybe both. Call the number? What number? Did I miss one? Oh, these? Okay, yeah, I'll call these numbers when I get to them. Alright, I think we should we do the first 3 people to answer the same? We'll do it. 1984 IKEA or 1995 IKEA catalog? .009, this is my relaxing vibe playlist that I made. It's here's a link. These are all AI songs I created, or I prompted AI to create for me. Alright, let's see what y'all guys say. Oh, everyone wants the 80s. And I must agree, the 80s catalog is much more exciting than the 90s. IKEA has some pretty ahead of its time furniture, considering its value-based, affordable furniture from Europe. Let's see, trying to get through the comments here. Looks like the back rooms. Oh, dude, it totally does look like the back rooms. Everyone said 80s. Okay, let's do the 80s. I will close the 90s catalog, but if you want a 95 IKEA catalog, here it is in chat. Alright, let's check it out. I'm telling you, the furniture in here is so badass. It's very vaporwave-ish. Even this photo is kind of vaporwave-ish. You got the subtle peach pinks. Oh yeah, this totally right here. I would have loved to have had a room like this when I was a teenager. Clean, luxurious, and minimalist yet sophisticated all at the same time. This is badass right here. This is so cool. This is like Bauhaus style from the 80s. Postmodern style, kind of. I love this style. It's so cool. It's like something you'd see in a corner of Pee-wee's Playhouse, kind of. Swedish. Yeah, this is Swedish. This is the local catalog they would have. It's still a style, dude. I would totally decorate. If I were single and I had my own place, I can make all the decisions. Half the house would be like 80s style. Finance Bros apartment. Top Lundgren's mom. How do you know about that? That's funny. I see so many videos and image carousel posts of things like that. Finance Bros. Finance Bro apartment in the 80s. Look at this guy. I was going to do a German accent. Never mind. I don't know. Swedish accents are interesting. Like when you hear them speak in Swedish, it sounds like, to me, this is what it sounds like. I know I'm not saying anything at all that makes sense, obviously. But to me, it sounds like this. That's totally wrong, but it kind of sounds like that to me. That's me, okay? I don't know about you, but my ear sounds a bedurtle durdle, diddly diddly, a diddly birdly. That's all I hear. That's all I hear when I hear Swedish. Oh man, that's just a love. I love this little set, this little scene here. It's like a little story. IKEA, I gotta say, in their catalogs, IKEA have the best designers for staging their rooms, their photos. But they're heel Ingelet mobile adress las overker. I am a sofa clad eden, they get a classic skin bit, the better. God damn it. These are some sexy, yet stylish, yet totally relaxing looking leather sofas here. I love this. Kind of these lofty, pillowy things. Anyway, it looks like a psychiatrist's office. Yes, get really relaxed, my friend. It's 1984, by the way. Yeah, 1984, I knew nobody that had homes like this. Every home in 1984 was from 2 decades prior, because no one had updated anything. Everything was either wood paneling or popcorn walls with raggedy ass carpet that is scratchy and hard in some areas. Here we go. So many people try to recreate this look. Like content creators who are just obsessed with 80s and 90s interior design. They die trying to make their spaces look like this. And I tell you, if you want to have a look in your room or your home, don't use ceiling light. Use lamps. Use accent lights. You can have a piece of trash room, like Neo in The Matrix. Remember his little room? But if you have the right lighting, it'll look absolutely amazing. And ferns. Get a fern. Here we go. That is pretty cool. You know what this kind of reminds me of? Just kind of. If you think of the floor as being completely white, not this checkered yellow and white, it kind of reminds me of the living space in the movie American Psycho. Right? His apartment, love that apartment. I mean, his apartment is badass today, I gotta say. If I were a bachelor, I would have exactly what he had. Everything. Even the morning toiletry routine. That scene is so iconic. His beauty routine in the mornings. It's so stupidly awesome. Oh man, this is kind of a cool yellow and red Ronald McDonald room. This one's really cool. I love this. That is badass. Mustard and ketchup, right. Not yet red and yellow. We say mustard and ketchup. Yeah, no plastic covered couches. My mom's friend, this seat right here, I swear to God, this one on the top left, they still make that damn thing. They freaking still make this seat. It's that good. It's that good. They probably got the manufacturing down so well, it only cost them 5 cents to make the whole damn thing. This chair is kind of a replica of a high-end furniture maker called Babus. Babus? I can't remember the name. Y'all probably recognize this kind of squared off chunky leather chair, except the one I'm talking about has metal frame outside of the leather. It's kind of the frame living outside of the cushioning. Begins with a B. Yeah, definitely mid-century modern. Can't remember the name. Yeah, the Maxell chair. Exactly, Simon. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's a Maxell style chair. Mustard. Another very cool staging. I mean, dude, come on. I was so much into music back then. Anything that was like magazines and things you can kind of read through. Not so much just reading. You got to have some visuals. And then music. I was such a music buff. That this would have been the perfect space for me in the 80s. Like a dream, yeah, Kira, like a dream hangout. Just put on the headphones, put on your record or CD or tape. Yeah, that's some posh carpet there. That's a extra furry faux rug. Stacy used to have one like that. That's a cool looking space. Telling you, ambient light using lamps, feature lighting, or spotlighting. That's all you need. Forget about it. You can make a dirty bathroom look like a Prince's suite. With the right lighting. And a few beers. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Ooh, look at this shot right here, dude. This is so... This is such an 80s aesthetic that people try to go for nowadays. I love it. It's all the soft colors. The hell? I see a charcuterie board, but I see no carbs. Where's my crackers, man? Ooh, look at this. Dude, this room. I would have rocked this room. I would have absolutely... This would be my ideal room right here. But the lighting has to be like that 24/7. It's like these... I can smell these rooms. These rooms... There's nothing like... I know it the smell of like freshly dyed, rigid textiles from stores like Mervyn's and Wiener's. They're children's like bedding that was for children with like a lot of colors and design patterns. Worst material, the cheapest material you could get. It's like, screw the kids. They can have the itchiest shit ever, and we're gonna paint the hell out of it with all these patterns. They won't know the difference. Anyway, you could smell it too. My point was you could smell it. All the damn ink and dyes. This is such a badass room. I love this room. Even with the exposed mattress. First day of boot camp. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. That's right, Tanner, fantastic. Loading. Okay, all right, there we get some sexy office stuff. Tell you, this is 1984. For 1984, this is pretty modern stuff. I mean, even today, a lot of this stuff, like these lamps right here, this is like a fad I see today. Like, this is a very European thing, but these big drop lamps right here, like that's been a popular thing for the past 5-10 years in modern homes. But the Swedish so ahead of their time. Deo, he said Deo. Daylight come and we want to go home. Dip. Easy dip. Let's see. The hell? Like, this is a pretty modern looking kitchen, right? I mean, even in today's standards, besides the countertop would be made out of some super expensive stone or marble or something. But other than that, this looks pretty up to date. All Let's see what else we got. Let's skip a bit. Oh, they always have the coolest lighting. Tell you, the secret recipe to making a space is lighting. Mushrooms and lighting. Fantastic. All right. So let's get to the wish books. Now I'm going to let you guys decide. We've been doing a lot of older catalogs this past year. And we have not done a single 2000, year 2001, year 2002 catalog. But there's a lot of nostalgic stuff from those magazines, those catalogs. So, with that said, should we do a 2015 catalog? You sure you don't want to say? Let's just see what y'all are missing. Look at this. They still got film cameras. It's not like the world changed. Still got film cameras. Look at all the film cameras. Where's the water beds? We have tape. Everything's tape. Everything's still analog. Let's just peruse over to the video game section real quick, just for research. Ooh, is this Mask? No. This is like a knockoff of Mask. It's Max. It's not Mask. It's Max Steel. Look at good old Max. Maxie Poo up here. Max Steel. With the Max Steel base. The Max Steel Velociraptor helicopter. The Max 4x4 four-wheeler with electron robes. The Super Sun and Ski Sports. Super Short Thrifter punch him in the nuts guy. Not but last least. Not but not least. Last but not least. Max Steel, Intech, and Gore-Tex jet-powered ski boogie board. Anyway, I don't know why I went off on that. That was a very long one there. I apologize. I was just getting very excited, like a child. A child! Max Steel, balls of steel. It's 2001. We'll just do this some of the toys. Because we're gonna, after this, we're jumping to a 1976 Spiegel catalog. Let's see. That was my birth year, my year of birth. My birthy birth. What the hell? Flip phone toys? Let's get some real toys. These are fake toys. Let's get some real toys. Oh, Monopoly game. Oh, I had this game. Holy crap. This Monopoly game, I'm sorry, Dad. I had no idea you paid that much for this stinking thing. I thought it was a stocking stuffer type of thing, but holy smokes, I loved Monopoly as a kid. And my dad bought me this Monopoly game. Totally lost it, but it was like one of the best electronic toys I ever had. Shit cheated all the time. Not me, the damn game. But you know what? It's fine. Still had a good time. Quell Stevens, you had it too, yeah. It's freaking awesome. Alright, let's see what else we got. I had a gambling one too. It was it's like the size of this Yahtzee one, but it was a little casino. It's called something Poker Casino or something. It's just Texas Hold'em. And that electronic game got me into Texas Hold'em. Not Texas Hold'em. It wasn't Hold'em. Was it Hold'em? No, it was just poker. It was just straight up poker. But that's what got me into poker. All right, let's see what else we got here. Come on, let's see some good stuff. Let's see some good stuff, you bastards. Come here, get over here. Oh man, where's real toys? Isn't there like when I say real toys, I only mean video games. That's the only thing I'm talking about. Give me some real toys, assholes. Oh, here we go. I skipped it. What's my favorite number one? What is your number one favorite toy from childhood or game? Let's see. Your name looks like it's Japanese, but I think you did a play on characters, and it's Eek or Ek. Am I right? Anyways, cool name by the way. Now let's see here. So this is PS1, is it? PS1 and a PS2. This is kind of the shifting point between the consoles. Turning down one, we got the new. Turning down one. It's Momo-kun. Oh, okay. It's Momo-kun. Okay, got it. It is Japanese. Gotcha. Okay. Very cool. Okay, I was looking for the price of the console. $189 for the PS1. This is the new design. This is the redesign. Let's see what kind of games they got. PlayStation Bundle. Crash Team Racing Game, Memory Card, PS1, one controller, $189. That's kind of expensive. For a PS1. PS1. Yeah. Is there Final Fantasy VII in here? They're one of their best-selling games ever? I guess not. For those of you who are retro game fanatics, is Final Fantasy VII in the top 3 best-selling games for the PS1? Wait, what's number 9? Okay, that is a Final Fantasy game, but it's not 7. Whoops. You got PlayStation 2. Dark Cloud. I never played that. Onimusha. Oh, that was one of the... That was Onimusha, Crazy Taxi, Half-Life, GTA 3. These were all like, if you owned a PS2, you had to have played these games. Yeah, Crazy Taxi's awesome. I think I skipped one. I did. I skipped like 20. The heck? Ooh, synthesizers. Keyboards. Ooh. Oh, here we go. Oh, man. Oh, man. Dude, the Game Boy. I had this. I bought this. I was in the military. I was a civilian, newly minted civilian. I bought this Game Boy, this exact color. Game Boy Advance. And then they had after the Game Boy Advance, I think they had and then what came before this design? There's a Game Boy Advance it was a flip, like a little flip phone. They had this one. And then there's a Game Boy, was it the Game Boy Advance Mini or Micro? It was like a tiny keychain sized video game console or portable. This is Sears Canada Wish Book 2001. for shed. Yeah, the purple one, Kier, that's awesome. Yeah, the purple one is actually the one I wanted, but they didn't have the color, so we had to make do for a white one. Plain Jane white one. So boring looking. Game Boy SP, I think that's what it was. Yeah, you're right, guys, sorry. It wasn't a GBA, it was SP, right. Totally forgot about that. It was a different system. Yeah. Yeah, the micro was stupidly small. Today, like anybody over that was a very limited crowd of people. Well, not limited. I mean, they're all aimed at kids, right? But if at the time in the 2000s, if you're like an adult who loved video games, no way you can play the Game Boy Micro. The screen was like, what is it? 2 inches? It was like 2.2 or 2.5 inches. It was a freaking tiniest screen. I mean, it was like a keychain sized device, like this big. I had one, lost it. I lost all my crap, lost everything. All right, there's Game Boy Color, Game Shark, $50 for Game Shark. Handy pack. Anyways, there's the games. Look at this thing out. Oh, shit. I see what happened. Okay. All right, let's get to the next one. All right, this is a Spiegel catalog. This is the last catalog I have lined up here. This is a Spiegel catalog. Spiegel was like... if you have your Macy's catalog... Wait, you have your Sears catalog. You go one step up, you got Macy's, right? You go one step up, you got Spiegel. And then you go one step up, you got Nordstrom's. And then you go one last step up, and you have this store called FAO. Y'all remember FAO? It was like a 1 to 2 story toy store. FAO Schwartz. And it's reminiscent of the toy store in the movie Big. Some of these FAO Schwartz stores. Yeah, Schwartz. And dude, those stores, ridiculous. I went to one once as a kid. And I felt intimidated because there's like a bellman in the front waiting to open a door for you with like the hat and all that shit, you know? I felt like, it's like, Mom, we're way too poor to be in here. We should walk out. I do not feel right in here. Please take me home. Let's go to Toys R Us, Mama. Or KV Toy Store, please. Anyways, so that's where Spiegel stands. Kind of like in between Macy's and Nordstrom's. Or is it singular, Nordstrom? Anyway, Christmas bonus. 12 most wanted gifts at near cost. This almost looks like an AI created centerfold here. Not a centerfold, but this looks like it's AI created, right? Doesn't look real. It's like an over-exaggerated attempt at creating a catalog. Of course, truly AI. This is real, though. Okay. Maybe this is where AI gets it from. Let's see. Christmas bonus. 12 most wanted gifts at near cost. 8-piece cast iron cook set. A deep fryer for babies. And speaking of, you got Hush Little Baby. A couple doors down right here. Great sales tactics, guys. Really good job. Little Mac Burger Grill. Wow. George Foreman, you're really original. Bastard. But good for him. Bionic man or woman. $7. Look at these prices. Mickey's Clubhouse. The memory calendar. Memory calendar, guys. Fantastic. Got some memory in there. Cassette recorder. CB mobile monitor. Norelco triple head vibrator SD card reader. Only for $25. Yes, it's a vibrator, a SD card reader, and it's a shaver. It'll please everyone in the family. Hot leather dispenser. And a man's LED digital watch. That is a badass looking watch, I gotta say. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Give me some synthwave vibes up in there. Here, what else we got? What else we got? I love these watches. My stepdad had a watch like this. The problem with these watches, the battery didn't last long in these things. Because it's a red LED, or LCD, excuse me, red LCD screen. And it wasn't always on. You had to like press a button to activate the time. So it wasn't always this cool ass Terminator countdown bomb number setup. It was just a very gimmicky thing. He's like, oh, what time is it? Fuck. Let me press my button. Battery's dead. Shit. Anyway, $80. Liquid crystal diode, yes. Burger time, how you doing? Master Cron of your domain. Look at this kid out. Who is that? Is that... You know what this reminded me of? Who does this remind you of as soon as you see the photo? This guy's... Not the Fonzie, but this kid right here. Who does he remind you of? From the 80s and 90s. Like, when I first saw him for half a segment. That's right, Burger Time. Corey Feldman. Dude, good job, dude. Yeah, it looked Jeff Edison. Yeah, it just had this Corey Feldman vibe. Let's see. 1976, by the way. This catalog's as old as I am. And if you ever want to give your son a reason to collect your own beer cans, this is the wall display you want to get him. Look at this. America, we don't have a drinking problem. Look at this wall. This is fantastic. I love this. Son, I got you something fantastic for Christmas. I got you a can wall display, a new hobby, and by golly, George, I got like bags of supplies you can use to make your wall. Courtesy of Schlitz, Old English, and Red Dog. I've had a lot of them. Go build yourself a house, son. That's awesome. I want that damn thing. Holy shit, I want that. Thanks, Dad. I learned from the best, Dad. I'm gonna be just like you. A real alcoholic. I shouldn't joke about that. Cheers. Hi, Kampai, chin chin. I'm due for a refill here in a sec. Oh. Look at this. Look at this beauty. A boot umbrella stand. Handcrafted metal boot. An unusual but charming and functional Fourier accent. Burnished copper tone finish. Develops a rich patina. Mellows handsomely with age. Hecho en Mexico. Alright, there you go. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Coyote, man. Good night, man. Good to see you here tonight. Thanks for being. Thanks for being you. I just stopped midway sentence. Thanks for being a human being. Love you, dude. We'll see ya Friday. Hey, Insane, let me ask you, you're leaving kind of early. Is it because tonight is your night, bro? Tonight is your night, bro. Tonight is your night, bro. Tonight is your night, bro. Oh, man. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I love going on Facebook Market to, yeah, it's refill time. Soon. That one chick. I love going to Facebook Market and just looking for random crap. Mostly nostalgia, retro stuff, right? But Facebook Market, you can get kind of crazy. If you're in a bigger city, there's a ton of junk. But there's some pretty cool stuff. Yak, don't duck back! Junk that you can find. Anyways, where I'm going with this, I'm going somewhere with this, is one of the most common vintage items I see in the Houston area are these bastards right here. These vinyl pin-cushioned 70s bars. Oh, insane. Portuguese time, dude. Yeah, man. Sorry about that. These pin... Y'all remember these things? They would use these, like, hammer-toned nail pins to pin cushion down the vinyl. And even the armrest area was, like, this really rigid, not very nice-feeling vinyl. Not that I drank at bars when I was 2 years old, but I just remember a lot of people having this stuff back then, and a lot of people sell it today on the used market. In case you're on the market for this piece of junk. I think we ran out of music. Let me go up here. Let's see. Yeah, let's go to my library. All right. This song Insane created. Thank you, Insane. Oh, that's a fine recliner. That is one sexy recliner there. Look at that. Fake leather, extra hard vinyl. You got your fake chimneys. You got your organ. Your everything electronic clock. Oh, I hated this thing. This is like man cave novelty items here. But I can tell you, we had 3 things on this one page. We had the lava light lamp. We had this stupid Mr. Laughin' Head, which was the creepiest shit ever. You pull down the tie, and its eyes go up and down and shit, and it does other things. It's not a very... It's horrible. It's a horrible experience. And we had this D, this like fiber optic light thing. I don't know if about having the flowers, but we had like a bouquet of these fiber optic light things. Niratari, what's going on, man? How you doing? A laughing head? Is that... Oh, it was called a laughing head, literally. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we had it. We had it there just on the wall. Hated it. Not really. I think I loved it, honestly speaking. These are so cool, these tape players. It is so hard to find a working cassette player nowadays, even the newer cassette players, because those rubber belts, the rubber belts, they go out. Those are the first things that go out, and it's an easy fix. But so many cassette players die. They die because of that reason. So if you have cassette players that don't work, it's kind of an easy fix to just replace a belt or two. Because the belts, they dry up, they crumble, they lose their elasticity, and so they don't move the tape. But it's a very common fix. Very common. Very common. I tell you what, very common.
Nice.
Dude, Kirsten, you crazy girl. You shouldn't do that. Crazy girl. You crazy girl. Crazy girl, why don't you do that? $5 tip, I do appreciate it. But cheers to you, high come pie in my thigh. Why did I say my thigh? I was just trying to find something in a rhyme. Anyways, thank you so much, Kier. Love you a long time. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a refill. We're gonna keep on the journey of this catalog. Oops. Did something on here. Here we go. Wait, wrong one. Alright, be right back.
Clothing racks make a maze. Try on hats and shades for days. Security guards don't scare. I'm the master of this retail lair. Soda fountains bubble out. No parents here, no crowd. Candy counter, sweet teas. Snacking like a kid with ease. Locked up, but I feel free in my private mall. Party spree. From pizza crust to donut holes, I'm rocking.
All right. Oh, let me share something with you guys. I have a well, I like collecting like old school colognes that bring, because smell is. Oh, hi. Oh, one sec. Because the sense of smell, as I was saying, it creates a most nostalgic feeling. It brings back the most hardest memories. And anyways, so I like to get these old ass colognes. Let me put this thing on here. Where is it? Okay, here we are. Oh, I'm in a circle. So here, this is a very dirty bottle. I don't want to share it. I think it's my toothpaste backsplash that got on the bottle here. Anyways, doesn't really matter. But it's rat droppings. There's this cologne called Royal Musk. It's a British cologne. No, wait, it's made in the USA. It's an American cologne. Anyways, it's a combination. The smell, it's called Royal Musk. It even has it embossed on the back. But this is actually really fantastic. It smells like, if I were to describe this in so many words, it smells like fall. It smells like fall. Old Spice. A teacher from elementary school. And your grandpa on Thanksgiving Day. That's what it smells like. All those things. Disco sweat. I guess that would ramp it up. That's what Royal. Sorry. It smells like your grandpa, is what I'm trying to say. But it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a very pleasing, nostalgic smelling cologne. This Royale with cheese musk. I'm wearing it now, and it's awesome. It reminds me of elementary school. My grandpa or one of my uncles, and it smells. It's a very pleasing, comforting smell. It smells like old skin and foot. I'm just joking. Does not smell like that at all. It's very pleasing, nostalgic smell. It's hard to describe. I hope one of you guys pick it up. It's totally worth it. I dropped a load of it got on my finger. It's fun to have your own live stream and you can do stupid stuff like this, and who cares? You know what? All right. Let's get back to what we're doing. I'm sorry. All right, here we go. Finger sniffing good. You go to any Goodwill today, you will find at least one creepy, yes, Jeff, one creepy wood-paneled clock that plays AM/FM. Mama Cat, what's going on? Trouble Slide, what's going on, dude? Good to see you. Oh, dude. 6-in-1 electronic TV game? Never seen this before, ever. I used to be addicted to retro content creators for retro gaming 8, 9, 10 years ago. And I still follow them off and on, but I've never seen this before. 6-in-1 electronic TV game. This is 1976, by the way. You can play hockey, tennis, handball. All the games are included. That's nice. Yeah, 4 games, that's it. Here's another one. 4-in-1 electronic TV game. You don't even need controllers. You just have this... you just have this coffee table size this device with knobs. That's all you need. That right there, these TVs right here, they look like AI created TVs. They look like fake AI TVs with a twist of Russian design influence from the 60s. Just a twist. And this, look at that. Oh, they look like fake AI television sets, I'm telling you. But this TV right here on the right, this is like a perfect example of a hospital on wheels television set. What's up, Bodley Doug? That you would see in the inpatient floor. Of a hospital. All right, let's keep going. I don't know why I remember that. Oh, look at this. Oh, shit. This is interesting. Pachinko pinball game from Tokyo's Ginza district. That is pretty cool, man. Pachinko machine. Price slash from 1975 Christmas catalog. Pachinko is a high-speed version of pinball. It's become an American craze. Pachinko. Mini horse race game. I like the horse race game. I could totally have that at a party and just start taking bets. Hit the jackpot with this slot machine. Electronic tennis. This is cool stuff. I like this. Literally Plinko. Yeah. Oh man. These colors. This is 1976, by the way. My stepmom, my dad, still has a crock pot. No. Is that a crock pot? Anyways, they have a crock pot that looks exactly like this. It has like these weird floral designs on this like tan or light tan and a brown base style. Exactly the same thing. That's what I'm getting at. And it works. Still works. I'm sure a lot of you guys have hand-me-down crock pots that still worked, but you're like, holy shit, this shit's so freaking ugly. I don't want this shit anymore. I want to get a new one because this shit is fucking ugly and it stinks. Throw it out, get a new one. But it was working perfectly fine. These were made to last 5,000 years. This is supposed to transcend human evolution. It's supposed to last longer than aliens going back in time and popping out of the ocean. Don't listen to me. This pea green color, fantastic color. Love that stuff. Yeah, man. Appliances back in the day, they lasted. Man, they just kept going. I mean, you could do anything with them. Holy shit, is that a peanut butter maker? I've never seen that before. Letter B. Yeah, a peanut butter. Holy shit, I've never heard of this. A peanut butter machine by Sultan lets you make your own fresh, protein-rich peanut butter. No artificial ingredients. Just put peanuts in a hopper. Select consistency from smooth to chunky. I love my chunky. And press off and on switch. That is amazing. $20 for your own peanut butter maker. I've never seen anything like this. This is like freaking Fallout 4 shit. Never seen this. But you know, the cost of peanuts is pretty expensive, man. I don't think this is maybe back then peanuts were so ridiculously cheap. It was very cost effective to make your own peanut butter, but nowadays it's cheaper to get it with all the extra ingredients. All the extra cancer-causing ingredients. Love me some peanut butter cancer. But dude, make your own peanut butter. That's crazy. That is insane. Make your own peanut butter. I want to try it. I want to try it out. I've never had fresh peanut butter. You know? And it's not like when you go to the store and buy your Jif, it says these peanuts were crushed and processed on this date. They have like 1,000 preservatives in it, but I wonder what freshly fresh peanut butter tastes like. Like right there, you know? And yeah, you got to add 4 cups of sugar, but I'm fine with that. I just want to see what it tastes like fresh. Fresh, I tell, fresh. Fresh. Yeah, this is ugly. These are ugly. Well, that one on the bottom left's kind of cool. The thing I didn't like about the 70s too much, it's not so much about the style, it's about the materials they used. In the 70s, they were like huge on using these artificial materials, these synthetic materials. Everything back then was like fake textile and highly flammable. Everything. Every single thing. And there's no getting around it. Yeah, polyester. You got rayon. Got your vinyls. Got your plastics. You got your asbestos. Ooh, look at these Christmas gourmet treats. I like this. Love this stuff. Look at this. What's in this box? What's in this fantastic delicatessen littered box? Is that a Jelly of the Month Club carousel? I think it is a jelly carousel with fine cheeses, imported cheeses from around the globe, around the world. You got your apple jelly, your plum jelly, your cherry jelly, your I don't know what that says. Your strawberry, your orange, your grape, your... What is that? Punch? Port jelly? Your port jam or jelly? And you got your cheese wheel up in here? What is it? Holy mackerel. Norwegian fillets of mackerel. This is the Aristocrat series of mackerel. Holy mackerel. Or Norwegian wild northern oil marinade. You got your Manor raspberry flavored Napolitans. I didn't know that's what they're called. Moret hem. You got your smoked Filberry Wiener Napolitan cracker dingleberry, your Brenmer poppy seed cracker opium filled jam jelly, and your aristocratic beef sausage. It's wider than it is long, and we're proud of that. That's great. Gladiator, something. You got your bristling sardines, your cheese wheel, rosé imported chocolate covered cherries, another cheese wheel, sunflower crackers. This is fantastic. I would love to have this. And you got your little charcuterie baby board up there. You got another one up here. Look at this. You got your sardine encrusted kielbasa, dry aged mini sausage on a spoke wheel. Bremer blue cheese crackers. That sounds delicious, actually. I would love blue cheese crackers. You got your gelatinous trifecta mold circle with port au jus sardine tails and crab cracker diffused gelatin tuna wraps. Pasteurized process, 3 times processed cheese spread, 5% real cheese, and the rest is made out of rosé, and a Dairy-Lux laxative. This is a great box, I gotta say. This is a fantastic box. They thought of everything. They absolutely. Oh, I missed one. They thought of everything. A wishing well nutcracker, just like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I think they had a nutcracker set up like this on the table, on one of their side tables. And a Kavli Norwegian flatbread thin that goes well with your mini kielbasa sausage, your cheese country bucket of cheese, and other assorted cheeses. This is delicious. I want to have it now. There's a whole other assortment of fine sausages and fine cheeses. You got some Christmas decorations. You have your pillow next to you guys? You all relaxing? You got... Yeah. It smells like my finger. You got your stuff relaxed? You got your drinky poo ready? Cheers, guys. Hi, kampai. Chin chin. Everybody seems to be in bed right now. Or doing something. Alright, let's see. Look at this fine Christmas wrapping. Christmas right around the corner, guys. I find it interesting, the wide range of culture we have on the American map. We have so many folks with different types of families, and these families have smaller family subsets that are vastly different from the main family. And so when you have large get-togethers, there's a guarantee of family members just outright duking it out some point when someone's carving the turkey. I've never had that. Like, I totally get along with everybody. In my family, we're all get-alongers, you know? But I've seen some families, man. They just wait till Thanksgiving Day to frickin' duke it out. Just to go up with wrapped gloves and just frickin' go out there and rough and tumble each family member out. Just kind of wring each other out. Get your frustrations. Make sure everybody knows the problems you've had all year. And make sure everybody else knows how much you hate them. How much you dislike the way such and such wife did this. Or maybe a political whatever. Or you know what? Why did you shave your head bald? And that is a whole different story. Oh my God. Kirsten, thank you so much. Cheers to you, girl. Hi, kampai, chin chin. Yes. Crazy, Kira. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. And since you shaved your head, why are you even here? It's crazy, but I just find it interesting. I've never experienced a very head-buttish family Thanksgiving, but I know a lot of friends and other family members of mine, not in my direct family, but kind of on the fringe. Yeah, it's a very popular thing. It's like, it makes people want to go to bed really early. Shave your, what? Shave your perineum? I don't shave, my friend. I pluck. But I can only get 80%. Some of them just don't want to come out. David D. Love you, dude. Hi, kampai. Everybody, cheers, guys. Hope you have a fantastic evening. Perineum. Look, we didn't pronounce the perineum as perineum back in my military schooling of being a field medic, but you're probably right. because I think I've heard that a lot of times pronounced perineum. We called it perineum. And it rolls off so much better. The gooch, the taint, the staint, the quaint. Yes. Art Man, dude, I didn't see you, man. I'm sorry. I'm like, I've been drinking and I'm only catching 50% of the chat here, but good to see you, bro. Simply Steve, how you doing, man? Sorry, guys. All you guys haven't said hi to. Love you a long time. Thanks for being here tonight. How many people do we have at 11:37 on the live stream? 156 delicious souls. How y'all guys doing? Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, you can tell I don't game much. I'm looking at a video game YouTube video. Where's my thing? Here we go. What is that? That I do remember. Why do I remember this? I remember this down here. I remember the Mickey piano. I remember the Mickey whack-a-mole looking thing. I remember this tub of honey looking tongue guy. I want to say I remember the middle, this weird pink baby. I remember the red horse. I kind of want to say I remember this one down here, this weird thing. Anyways. Some people I know, they remember they have memories from being like 1 to 2 to 3 years old. That's insane. Now here's the thing. I also have a few memories, not many, but I have a few memories of me being in my toddler era, like between the ages of maybe probably 3 and 4, maybe 2, definitely 3 and 4. I remember crawling. Can y'all remember crawling? Y'all have memories of actually crawling as a baby? Or maybe you have one memory as a baby? A baby. Holy smokers, Kier, your 3rd birthday party is your earliest memory? That is crazy. Atari, hey man, we'll see you Friday. Thanks for being here, dude. So I remember being just crawling a lot. I do remember that. But I also have memories when I was able to walk. And I'm guessing that's around 200, like mid 2, late 2. Yeah, I remember walking. But before I walked, I remember a long period of time. This is going to sound crazy. I don't ever tell people this. It's so weird. But between crawling and walking, there was a longer period of time I remember as a young, tiny human. I remember floating, like hovering on the floor. Not crawling, just my head's like this, I'm this, my shoulders, and I'm flat on my stomach on the floor, and I was able to hover. I was an airbender. That's right. I was an airbender. I don't know if y'all have ever had this weird memory. I don't know why. Maybe it's probably just me. But I do remember distinctly on the floor all the time, just kind of hovering everywhere I wanted to go, just kind of floating right off the floor, maybe like a few centimeters, like barely. And then I would just concentrate and I would start to hover and I would just move everywhere. Like all the time. All the time. I didn't have my hands out. It was like they're behind me on my side, tucked in. You know? My feet would be like this, straight. Dave Zentara, dude. Thank you so much, man. Dave Zentara, $5 tipperoonie from Dave Zentara Rooney. Cheers to you, my friend. I can buy. Happy Wednesday evening, my friends. Thank you so much for being here. Sincerely. But yeah, dude, I was hovering for years. It took me a while to get to walking because I was so content with just hovering a couple centimeters off the floor, like 5% off the floor, yeah. Maybe, I guess it is just a me thing. I was putting it out there. I was taking a leap. I wanted to see if I was alone or not. Obviously, I'm the weird one here. I was a hoverer. What can I say? I was a hoverer. Like one of these kids in these photos. Man, I hovered everywhere though. I was a pretty good hoverer. I got it's just I could never really go fast. It was a kind of a minimum speed, and it would cap off very shortly after that, and I just, you know, there wasn't much power in my hovering. I definitely remember these two guys right here. You see these things right here? These were everywhere. I feel like I went to 20 different daycares as a child, but every time I went to a new one, they had one of these things. And some of the time, these little pull tabs were missing. Those little circular pull tabs, they were gone. They were not there anymore. The kids left that toy alone. Ooh. I actually have a Viewmaster down upstairs, and I need to bust that out to kind of review it, because it is such a cool experience. It is actually really cool. The Viewmaster is kind of like 3D in a way, because what they do is they will provide 2 photos for each eyeball on this photo disc, right? And each photo is viewed at a slightly different perspective. So when you look at it, it almost looks 3D. And the colors feel more vivid, crisper. It's a really cool experience. But if y'all have never used a Viewmaster, I gotta say, pick one off. They're really cheap. Get one off eBay, $10, $15. I have an older one upstairs that has a lot of older reels, projector reels, that are just awesome to look at. But be careful, because if you do buy some, just make sure when they do photos of the little picture wheels that they're not like pink, because that's kind of the vinegar syndrome effect occurring on the film, because those little photos are actually sliced pieces of film. But anyway. David D, did I take any Veterans Day deals on Veterans Day? No, man. I kind of had it planned out. Like, I was gonna hit up a couple breakfasts, maybe 3 breakfasts, then hit up 3 or so lunches, and definitely hit up a couple dinners. But I was like, I don't feel like doing that. I just wasn't in the mood. I tell you what, dude, when you start nearing 50, or when you're at 50 or after 50, you have all these great ideas of things you want to do, you plan to do. But when that day comes, you're like, fuck it. I'm my own person. If I don't want to do shit, I'm not going to do it. And you're like, I don't feel like going out anymore. I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it. I don't have it in me to go out and do all that. I just want to stay. Just want to stay in this chair and get on my tablet device and have my coffee. I don't want to mess. I don't want to bother with all that. I just want to be here. And that's what happened. That's exactly what happened on Veterans Day. So, no, Diner Dave did not happen, unfortunately. But I had it planned out. I am like a hobbit. Dude, I am a hobbit. I am. I should put that in my name somewhere. I am like a hobbit. Yeah. Amen. That's right, random guy. But I did have it planned out. A couple days before and the day leading up, I was kind of starting the early works of planning the spots I was going to hit. And I don't abuse it. It's not like I do like 10 stops. I think the most I ever did in a day is less. It's probably 3. Only because I got turned away on one of them. I don't believe you. Your hair is too hairy on your face. I don't believe you. That never happened, by the way. I just made that up. 5-foot quaking tower with rescue squad. That seems like a very interesting toy. Let's go up. Let's get into the heart of this. Let's see what this toy is all about. For super excitement, this is it. You merely press a button and this giant skyscraper tilts, shakes, teeters like a real building in a real earthquake, and then finally it collapses onto itself, forcing millions of desperate victims to jump out of the building. Realistic people included. It includes 24 firemen, 5,000 casualties, and 50 pounds of synthetic smoke. That's a fantastic toy. I mean, all these toys truly are just learning experiences for the hungry mind, all the hungry minds out there. Creation of a towering inferno. Why were towering inferno movies so much the rage back in the 70s and 80s? Like, I don't know. There's a lot of movies that had to do with towering infernos. 6 pounds of candy in a reusable basket. Does that mean that the candy's used? 9 pounds of candy. Holy shit. That's a ton of candy, man. Oh, holy shit-a-rooney. This photo alone is worth this entire live stream. Holy smokers. Look at this, guys. Do y'all remember this shit? This wonderful, only in America practice that we had going on in the 80s. These gigantic Christmas stockings. And they also did this for Easter. This was an Easter and Christmas thing. These pre-stuffed, gigantic netting material sized baggings for these holiday seasonal parts of the year. I loved it. You could see exactly what you're getting. You saw all the parts. It's like a blown up version of the human body. All the guts and everything, all inside, all the nerves and the bones and the muscles. But it's instead a bunch of candy and toys. It was fantastic. I love this stuff. baggings for gaggings. I gotta say, this stocking didn't last long back in the 70s and early 80s. I did get these because my parents, decided to make a customized stocking for all the kids. So we would have a stocking with our initials or our name. But before that happened in the early 80s, we always had this thing right here, this pre-filled jumbo stocking. And for Easter was even better because you had different tier sizes of Easter egg baskets filled with, I don't know, man, they give you all kinds of shit. They'd give you, like, for a kid, like a 8-year-old to a 12-year-old, it would have G.I. Joe, some elastic toy crap, all kinds of awesome shit in it. Like army tanks and cool stuff. And of course, like candy and stuff. And toddlers to like 12-year-olds, it'd be filled with all kinds of stuff for toddlers to 12-year-olds. I totally miss that. I love that stuff. Me and my brother, we would get a different version of those baskets or stockings, but we'd always compare, the toys. And, oh, you got that? I got this. Well, I got this, but you got that. And we'd end up trading. Really, he just steal shit from me because he was bigger and stronger. I know you're not watching, bro. I love you, man. You never did that. I'm sorry. All right, novelty bag, 5 pounds of peanuts for $6, so maybe it is cheaper to make your own peanut butter. Musketeer jelly and preserves, coconut bonbons. I gotta say, any creamy pink bonbon style candy back in the day, I obsessed over. I don't know why. I loved pink sweet things. I think it's because I had a lot of that Pepto-Bismol and the pink cough syrup. Remember the cough syrup? They'd serve you with the plastic spoon back in the 80s. I think that's why I like pink candies. Gotta say it. But I love coconut because I like coconuts. Deluxe chocolates, fruit and nut mix, jumbo mixed nuts. Unshelled nut mix. The unshelled nuts are always a hoot. You got your Christmas Eve party with the older generation of in-laws and family, and they always have like this bowl, this wooden bowl of unshelled nuts, like just sitting there in their armor. They're like tan colored armor, and you gotta go get this vice grip wedge metal thingy that weighs 2 pounds and crack the shit out of the nuts. And when you crack it, all like the shell just pops everywhere. It gets on the carpet, gets in like inside your shirt and stuff, and then you get a tiny piece of nut, finally, unsalted, just a natural, boring ass nut. And you pop it in, and for some reason you're like, okay, I'm gonna go for another. Let's do another one of those. That was fantastic. But it wasn't fantastic. It was just a laborious nut explosion. That's right, Miami Heat. You get it. Back to the Army Guy set. This is really where it's at. I'll tell you what, though. As a kid, I did have a green plastic army set, just like this. Not the fancy stuff back there, but I did have an army set. Loved it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Wow. Look at the faux hair on these guys. They really, truly embraced the 70s hair culture. What the fuck? It's like Hacksaw Jim Duggins meets Neanderthal meets the Bushwhacker Boys. This is some crazy stuff. Wow, look at that's a lot of stuff. And look at these Oscar Mayer Wiener leg sausage. That is the biggest cankle I've seen on an athletic build. That is amazing. Can we get even closer? Look at this. Wow. That's a lot of feisty hair just growing over the potatoes. That's some fantastic stuff. Very extremely starched garb. Very nice. But look at the hair modules. Wow. Very exciting. Very exciting. I like it. And very Tropic Thunderish. That's right, Andy. Very much so. What the hell is this thing up here? What is this? It's a Star Trek helmet. It says Spock. It doesn't really spell it correctly. And we have no idea what 674 means, but it kind of added to the illusion. Star Trek helmet flashes and beeps. Star Trek helmet has 4 decals. Spock, Kirk, McCoy, and Scotty. Well, too bad they spelt Spock wrong. Blinking dome light and Star Trek beeping sound. Requires 2C batteries, not included, because batteries were never included back in the 80s. Oh, this is 70s actually. And has adjustable visor, telescoping antenna, robot liner. This is not a safety helmet. Made from pure plastic, not microwavable. Alright, good stuff. Fantastic. I like it. I like it a lot. That's fun. That is fun. The juice is loose. Oh, shit. Stretch Armstrong. Holy smokers. This is a classic right here. This I would put in a microwave. I would, for science, put this guy, or chunk it right into the microwave. I wouldn't even use a napkin underneath. I would just put it straight on that little petri dish and just microwave the shit out of it just to see what happens. And then I would stretch it right after. That'd be fun. What else we got? Holy shitteroonies. A real working steam engine. What the freak is going on in this world? An actual working model. Fascinating to watch. Working model steam engine can be used with erector sets. Sold on page 300, by the way. Dry fuel fires, boiler, safety valve, gauge, and whistle. The steam powers gleaming nickel-plated engine. It has a flywheel, pulley, throttle, all that shit with real brick firebox. Included are 40 fuel tablets, each able to illuminate 50,000 lumens per second on a 60-minute burn time. Holy smokes, that shit is extra nuclear. I think that will expand the universe more than it will contract. That is amazing. You know, back then, man, kids had the greatest science project style toys in the world. We had nuclear labs in 1971. We became electricians by the time we were 9 years old. Full-fledged veteran electricians. You'll remember those electrical sets with all the diodes and all that stuff, and it was crazy back then. You want to go back? What's on here? What do you want to see? Legos? What do you want to see? You want to see the Star Trek trio? How about the Sandblaster? Or the gas-powered plane that only $5? One more? One more back? What do we want to see? What are we looking for? I don't know, y'all. Okay, y'all. Star Trek. Okay, well, let's look at the Star Trek. Is this a rare item? Did this catch your eyeballs? Pilot the universe through space. Fly Star Trek SS Enterprise in a 40-inch circle. Dual-channel helm. Let ship go forward or backward. Change speed and altitude. And hover or glide. Special swing-away hook picks up and transports 3 space objects included to your new destination. Powered by 50 Triple D batteries, not included, in a sturdy plastic container for ages 6 months to 2 years old. God bless those little children. All right, let's keep going. What is? I don't even understand what's happening with Batman in this trash can, but I do appreciate the hard work they put into this little diorama. Very exciting stuff. Good work. Good stuff. Flattering. I like it. Oh, Telstar. Here's another fantastic video game. This is a fantastic catalog, I gotta say. We don't visit many 70s stuff, but this is a fantastic 70s catalog. Let's look at it. And by the way, let's see here. Yeah, okay. $15.95. Erector set. Who had an erector set? Anybody here in the chat ever had a erector set? Aerial Aces Electric Target Gallery. Telstar by Coleco. Telstar turns any television not available. Had one. Very nice. Oh, Trouble. You had one but didn't own them. Seems a lot of you guys had some memories of the erector stuff. Telstar turns any TV into a playing field. Only $50. That's such an odd number, right? It's $49. I understand. $49.99. It gets you. It's a mental thing that tricks you into thinking you're not paying $5 because it's still in the $4 range. And even when you fall for it, you know it. Subconsciously, you're like, I understand, I'm getting tricked, but I'm falling for it and I'm accepting it. But people still do it. I will definitely buy anything that costs $999 compared to something that costs $1,000. Like all day long. I'll fall for this trick. Anyways, I don't know why I'm talking about this so long. Telstar turns any TV into a playing field. Apu, it's the secret of the pros, Apu. Look at this cool thing. That is pretty cool. You drive it, take the wheel, step on the gas, and you're off. That is pretty cool. See, I do remember some of this stuff. I remember in the early 80s as a child having friends that had these plastic mini pinball machines, stuff like the pachinko. I even want to say I remember this you drive it unit thing. I don't know. Maybe it's wishful thinking, but oh man, I can already tell you, I recognize a few of these. This tic-tac-toe right here, stick. Okay. I remember this tic-tac-toe. I remember the letter E, this weird thing. I remember B, this Pac-Man looking guy. I kind of remember this construction cement tumbler thing on letter H. I've never seen the basketball, never seen any of these. I mean, I've seen many ice hockey, many pool tables. What else? A lot of tabletop games. Oof. Yeah, this stuff was so popular, guys. These racetracks, these little mini racetracks, they were so popular, like in the late 70s through up until like the late 80s. These things, these manufacturers made a shitload of money off these little racetracks. Race and slot tracks. Simply Steve, right. That's the right way to say it. Yeah, they were cool. I actually have a Nyko set. It's a glow-in-the-dark Nyko serpent set or something. That's in my garage, and I wanted to use it for a live video or just a video of me assembling it and then racing it and kind of reminiscing about it because my brother had one. And I remember these plastic pieces being malleable. They're like bendable. But they were a pain in the ass to put together because they would disconnect because this track is made up of sections like a tile. And you had to bend it and work it in a way so that the track doesn't come loose or pop apart. That was the biggest pain in the ass, is the track would always come apart. I don't know if y'all remember that, but yeah. Robot. Oh, Mighty Max with Maxi-Mobile. Super Dave. I know to get to Super Dave. This is definitely a Super Dave. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Evel Knievel. My bad. I meant to say Evel Knievel. Evel Knievel by Ideal rides his plastic stunt style. Every kid had this toy. Figure changes positions for interesting stunts. Your Superman zoom cycle. I remember I had a friend who had that. Evel Knievel van or bus. Smash Up Derby. Oh, dude, y'all remember these like derby car toys in the 80s? That when they'd hit each other, the part of the car would turn and it would reveal like a dented in version of the spot that it got impacted with. So if you hit the car on the side, it'll flip and it'll look like a dented in like door, passenger door or rear or top or so, roof or a hood. Yeah, Miami Heat. I Crash 'em Ups. Is that what it's called? Let's look it up. Let's look up Crash 'em Ups because I'm just now remembering this for the very first time. I don't remember. Let me see. Crash 'em Ups toys. That's what it was. Yes, this right here.
Of the muscle rated to simulate attack damage thing. Mattel was these could be through pressure using.
Oh man, I totally remember this.
Crash damage.
Crash
using spring-loaded panels activated through pressure impact.
This is so cool.
The die-cast
I totally forgot about
special
this.
Body panels that would flip around, simulating a damage effect.
I had
these
like
could then
a
easily be reset
2 or 3
and
set
the fun started all over again.
of these cars,
Whether a
these toys,
coincidence
these
or
Crash 'em Ups.
consciously or master simulate
I remember
swap
these.
damage
I
cars could
remember-
be found for countless color
Yeah.
schemes. Each car
That
had
is
a
so
specific
funny.
damage location.
Yeah.
Would be cracked, smash. At least
Crash
had a
'em Ups.
theme.
That's crazy. I was not just imagining it this time.
Got front and rear nearly as securely.
Yeah, that was so cool. Where was I? All right, here we go. Wow, we're going late. How many folks are y'all hanging in there with me? 146. You wonderful little devils, you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, it is a Wednesday evening. This is my favorite time of year because with every employer I've worked at, when you're like midway at November up until like New Year's Day, business becomes very slow. It's like everything goes in slow motion. Everything's now this very laxed kind of environment, right? Things are just very low key, and you can kind of breathe a bit. And when this time comes, always remember it, because it's when you have the best times. You remember, being with your friends, your family, having more time to do things. And I'm just glad you're here with me this evening on a Wednesday evening, November 21st at 12:12 a.m. It's actually morning, but thanks for being here. I do appreciate it. I truly do. And we got my live stream coming up. Oh shit! It's officially Thursday, so I'll be live streaming tomorrow evening, Friday, for my TGIF live streams. You'll need to be here. And then I have, for Thanksgiving, I'm going to be doing a 24/7 Thanksgiving parade from 1983. So it's I had a tape I was saving to transfer to record, and I did it last week, and it's the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade from 1982, not 3, 82. And it's missing like 15 minutes, but it's like 2 hours and 15 minutes long. It's a really long parade. I guess back in the 80s, Thanksgiving parades were like hours and hours long. But so this 1982 video, I think it was 2.5 hours or 3 hours, but I got like 2 hours and 15 minutes. And it's the actual off-air recording from that day on this tape. So I'll be looping that over and over again, all on Thanksgiving Day. And then here's the great thing about it. I'm gonna start playing it at 12 midnight Thanksgiving Day. Wait, 12:01 a.m. Thanksgiving Day. Let's just say that. I'm gonna start playing it, and it's gonna run all the way until the last minute of Thanksgiving Day, the 28th. So it's going to be a full 24-hour looping run of this footage. Jeff, no, it doesn't have ads. The tape, the person who taped it didn't include ads, unfortunately. But the parade, I will be looping it. The cool thing about this parade, they had some really great talent on there. And I don't know if it ran longer than other parades, but this is easily 2.5 hours long without ads, just the content itself, which is really, I think it feels like a 3-hour block on television if you included the ads. But I'll be playing that over and over again all day Thanksgiving Day. So if you see my notification pop up or something, just know that's what I'm playing. And I would love to hear stories about you guys playing this in the background on Thanksgiving. That would be freaking amazing. If you could have this like playing on a background television, just on the low, just sitting there in the background playing while you're eating with your family, that would mean so much. You don't have to do it. I mean, it's kind of weird if you did it, but if you did it, and you wanted something retro playing in the background, play my live stream in the background. I'll be looping the parade from 1982 just constantly, and it's a lot of fun. And yeah, there's a lot of great performers and actors and actresses and celebrities and floats from the period. Sarah Branigan actually performs on one of the floats from that parade. It's really cool. Anyways, let's keep going. Smoker gun? Does that like shoot out smoke? Young range riders can have an exciting Western rifle that makes noise and smokes. Just cock the lever and pull the trigger. No pinch safety cocking lever. Action 2000, Woodstock, handsome blued steel mechanism, simulated telescopic sight and barrel are metal, 24 inches long, from ages 1 month to 10 years old. My dad actually owned a pair of this Kentucky set down here. My dad had a pair of these hanging on the wall back in the 80s in the trailer. I lived in a trailer with my dad, but he had this Kentucky set on the wall. I can't remember. I think it was like in a hallway. Anyway, what else we got? Walkie-talkies. You got M16, lever action rifle, 30-06, Tommy gun. You got your shotgun. Super Communication Center. It keeps you in touch 5 ways. You got your Raggedy Ann clock, AM radio. Okay. Oh shit, what is this up here? This is fantastic. Let me zoom in even more. This deserves extra zoom. Star Trek communicators, 2 7-transistor solid-state walkie-talkies. Each has an extra signal button that activates 2 outer space sounds from the Star Trek TV series. Each 5-inch plastic case has flip-lid cover, snap-on for belt, and a telescoping antenna. Operates on Citizen's band channel. Ooh, Citizen, great company. And a cheeseburger and Paradise 9-volt battery is not included. All yours for $19.98. And if you want the base station, sends voice messages, receives alerts, warp signals from field cover on their Star Trek communications, even sends T-mails, which are Star Trek emails, and voice messages from any walkie-talkie that is cradled and docked into this device. Only $19.98. Alien technology included. In the year 1976, and it's only 14 ounces. Batteries not included. I'm sorry. Why didn't they include batteries back then? I mean, were batteries such a commodity that they were just extraordinarily expensive for the bottom line? I don't get it. Cheeseburger radio. This is the perfect device that'll match your cheeseburger and Paradise banger. Who sang that? Cheeseburger in Paradise. Who was that? Same guy who did Margaritaville, right? And get a bite on the big sound with this cheeseburger-shaped radio. Solid-state AM radio includes carry strap and 9-volt battery. 5 inches in the diameter and diametre in plastic cabinet. And is a fine AM radio. I will take that all day long. Quartz technology. Oh! Jimmy Buffett. Dude, Jimmy Buffett, that's who it was. Of course. How can I get that mixed up? Come on. Thank you, by the way. G.I. Joe portable radio command center. Reel-to-reel recorder. And a portable cassette player recorder for $19.99. The Young World portable cassette player and recorder. What else we got? What the hell was that? Superstar Value Portable Entertainment Center. Oregon AM/FM radio. Record player. And whatever, who knows what else is going on up in this contraption. I do know one thing. Here's the one thing, guys. And I hope, I'm hoping some of you also feel the same way. But the colors in this photo reminds me of the chalk set colors I would get in elementary school. We would get white chalk and colored chalk. And these keys look exactly like the elementary colored chalk sticks I would get as a little baby child in elementary school. I'm just saying, it hit a nostalgia note just a second ago. Yeah, like sidewalk chalk. That's right, exactly like sidewalk chalk. That's right. Yeah, in elementary school in the 80s, our school system, I was forced to get white chalk and a box of colored chalk. But like very basic colors. But they all look pastel. It's like they couldn't do like primary colors. They had to be like these soft pastel versions of the primaries. What is this? Counting is wonderful. I love trash. Dynamite. Oh man. I didn't. So I really wasn't into Sesame Street much. Mainly because, and this I blame it on this reason, is because Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon was way better than PBS. It like trumped it like 4x and creativity, just constant content 24/7. I loved Nickelodeon. And we had cable back in the 80s. And in the early 80s, we had Nickelodeon. And as a kid, especially, in the summers, I would watch TV most of the day. I'd wake up, have my cereal, rain or shine, and I'd flip on Nickelodeon. It'd be like 7 or 8 in the morning. And I would watch it until like 12. And then I'd go play outside with my friends. Come back later in the day and then watch sitcoms on the national television channels, right? CBS, NBC, ABC, whatever. But it was like that every day. Every day. It didn't change. It never changed. And then Nickelodeon had shows like You Can't Do That in Television, David the Gnome, Today's Special, and of course Pinwheel had been there forever, so I loved Pinwheel. But man, the programming just got so much better. I had no need for PBS, except to try and snipe a couple boobies during an 11 p.m. airing of some European show on PBS. Oh man, Danger Mouse. Love Danger Mouse. I'm telling you, man, like PBS, late at night between, they had the artsy fartsy get naked programming because it was considered art. And I would always try to tune in between the hours of 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. on the public broadcast system, public broadcast station, After Dark, PBS After Dark, exactly, Trouble Slide, because they would slip, no pun intended, they would slip some things, and you got to be up. You got to keep your eyes attuned, eagle-eyed, to catch those parts, and then slot it away to your little boy memory. Because there was no other devices. It was just you and your brain. You and your dumbfounded child brain. And so you would have to like really focus on slotting that brain screen capture into your index file system that you had running back there. But yeah, that was PBS at night. In the morning, PBS was great. They had some good stuff. I would catch some stuff. But I outgrew Mr. Rogers fairly quickly because of Nickelodeon. I love Nickelodeon. There's so much variety, and there's just something wonderful to love about Canadians. I fell in love with Canada at a very young age. I consider myself Canadian, honestly speaking. But yeah, it's just something. There's something about Nickelodeon that really just slotted right in. You know what I mean? All right, let's keep going with the catalog here. And that was it. Is that it? Holy smokes! All right, I guess we're done, guys. Well, my friends, thank you for being here. As always, it's been a fantastic time. Had a fantastic evening with you guys. It is 12:30 almost. This is about the time I will stop my Friday night live stream. So we went extra long this night. I know a lot of you have to work in the morning, and some of you don't have to work early. Some of you don't have to work at all. But either way, top to bottom, I appreciate you all being here, spending your valuable time with Lonesome Olmy, and I had a fantastic time. And we'll see you in a couple days. Well, actually, it is 12:28, so that means I'll see you tomorrow evening, on Friday evening, Central Time, here in the USA. And if you're somewhere else, please join in at 9:30 p.m. Central Time, Friday evening, for the Dave at Night live stream. Retroholics Unite. We're going to have a fantastic evening. I'll see you then. Love you all. Enjoy the rest of your week, and take care, guys. We're signing out here.